Okay, are we streaming? We're gonna restart this. Give me a sec. Are we streaming to the right place this time? Hey, we are. Good. Good. Okay. We are doing some drawing, except it looks almost as if, oh, never mind. It looked like my camera was frozen. It was not. So, this is exactly the kind of stream you're thinking it's gonna be. Let's see. Forget which. Oh, that's different. It's this one. I have actual pencils now. Here's my... dude, I don't know why the erasers are so goated. Like, you'd think, like, so the white erasers on pencils in school were always just, like, absolutely terrible, but, like, for some reason, I'm gonna assume I used this one. I don't really know. It's not like it matters anyway. Now my dog wants out. Perfect timing. Thank you. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Okay. Right, so yep, idea is just to this is probably unimaginably loud. Okay. Okay, we are having some difficulties. I'm just understanding the mechanics of this one. Dog, no, we're not doing this. I know exactly. We're not playing this game. Get out of here. Don't be like that. The second I start doing anything. Of course. Okay, so... Yep. I've already started on this one, so... that's fine. So here's where we're at thus far. I have no idea if that actually looks like where exactly. No, Bear, Bear, no, we're not doing this. No. Okay. So okay. Right. I'm gonna close my door. I know this dog like as if I've grown up with him. Crazy thought, I know, but okay, we're gonna actually get to the drawing part of the drawing stream. I swear we are. That's fine. I don't usually get too many viewers on these anyway, so it's not a big deal. Let's just pretend these were my pre-roll ad segments. Alright, so... right, I was trying to get his eye shape correct. That's what I was doing. Okay. I guess all that's left is to just do it, right? That... no, it still doesn't look quite right. I don't think it should... I like the angle I have this top line at, but I don't think it should go that far. Not at all. It's also, sorry for like this really just atrocious camera angle that does not display anything. You would not believe the setup I have for my camera right now. It is unimaginable. And by camera, I mean my phone. We are using a Droid cam for this. I watched a bunch of ads so I wouldn't have the silly little watermark. Yeah, kind of like that. That doesn't look bad. That doesn't look bad at all. Got that. So next we do the other one. Also, what are these songs? These are kind of hitting. These are kind of hitting. Give me a sec. Brother! Bruh. I was literally in a no copyright playlist and it just straight up kicked me out of it. I'm cooked, guys. It didn't play the very next okay, whatever, man. Thanks for that. That's awesome. So cool. So cool of you to do that to me. Okay, and where does this eye end? I'm gonna get the, I don't usually do it like this, but I'm gonna get the shape of the eyes and stuff like done first. That's the play. That's the play. Here, I'm gonna draw over here so you guys can at least almost see what I'm doing. Okay. So that's the eye. Oh, okay, okay. Now we're getting silly. Now we're just getting silly. What is happening? What? Oh, I see. Okay, now we're just. Oh my god. Now we're just getting a little goofy with it. We're so back. We are so back. Okay, let us continue. I want to make sure I actually have the right stream settings for this. Now is not exactly the best time to check that, but you know. Yeah, we're so back. All right, cool, cool. All right, we're chilling. Okay, let's see what we got here. And where does it end exactly? It kind of ends. So hang on, at about this point, that's right before the curve upward. So I'm gonna keep that in mind. So I need to get the angle right here. Then it kind of gets a little bit. And this is not even close to accurate. Holy shit! But you know what? Oh wow, that's terrible. That is abominable. I dare say. So we're not going to be able to use that as a frame of reference because of the slight inconsistencies. So we're just going to have to kind of gauge this like. So it'll be like right here. Because yeah. Then I'd say something like that. Yeah, that's not like the worst. That's not like that bad. So it should kind of start going down like right here. Very sharply at that. That's almost close. It's a tad too tall and it's a tad short. So we're gonna it's like so close, man. So what are we missing here? The angle on that line is actually really good. I enjoy that. So what are we missing? It's this right here is way too square. Though this eye is noticeably less curved than that one, so I'm gonna have to keep that in mind as well. And another thing to note is that... Okay, again, the shape's just not the same as the other one, though. But I'd argue it's more accurate, so I might just have to... Yeah, he's kind of got these weird, like, square-shaped eyes. And I'm kind of digging it, so I'm actually going to shorten this eye over here up a little. Well, the way this freaking mic is positioned, I have to finagle it. It's my VR headset mic. It makes me look like I got crazy honkers. Like I look down for a second, I'm like, dang, what the heck? I'm literally a guy. What are we doing? What are we doing? No, they're supposed to be like the exact same height as well. Something ain't quite right here. Something's a little off. Not. Because I really enjoy the shape that this other eye took, you know? So, okay, there's something wrong. There's just something off. And I think I know what it is. That needs to be like there. And the angle for that line is like that. Yes. This is so huge. And so, man, so that's the beginning. Oh man, this is proving to be a bit of a challenge. This guy's eyes are just, they're such an odd shape. Oh, it's throwing me off. Okay, let's try to draw the white of the eye here. Go like that. After like a line like that. Seems legit to me. Then kind of like that. So it's more like that though. And then, okay, all right. This guy's eyes are gonna make me tweak out big time. So I really enjoy the way the left eye turned out, which is my right side. Okay, right. Starting here, and this is the height level it needs to be at its peak at. Right there. Let's erase some of these unnecessary marks I've got going on here. Again! Oh my gosh! It isn't going to the... Okay. We're so back. Okay, we figured it out. Man, I should be an IT guy for real. Yeah, wow. So those are like the exact same height there as well. It's okay. We're like so close, dude. We're like so close. Okay, what if I do that? So close, but so far. Something's off here. But what is it? Is it that this line isn't determinate enough? No, there's something else that's off. I just cannot seem to grasp what that is. Hang on, so if we do this isn't going to be perfect, of course, but there's just something off about these eyes. This is what I'm talking about. There's just something. It's the angle. It's the angle. Ah, ha, ha, ha. It's the angle of the eyes. That is what is wrong. That is what is missing. The angle of this eye is too steep. It's too steep. needs to be at less of an angle. That looks about right. Now we just have to kind of give that some more. That's like really close to what I'm going for, actually. Except that shape is not it. There we go. Yeah, I'll call that good enough for sure. That's pretty decent. Eye shape down. I want to draw his cute little eyelashes. That ought to be sick. Let's get this properly situated. Okay. So we're going to then kind of do that. And that goes out about just as far. And then, so they need to be like probably at their thickest point around here. But otherwise it needs to get slightly thinner, and then get gradually. Okay. So it might be peak. Yeah, it might be peak. And I'll let us draw this one. So we're gonna go here. Oh, no, that's way too thick. Holy crap. Kind of like that, I want to say. That doesn't look wrong necessarily. Wow. Does not look terrible. This really ain't my best work, but it's been a long time since I've actually drawn, so it's been like months, so I'm gonna need a warm-up. And this will have to do. Also, like my first drawing using graphite pencils instead of a mechanical pencil, so bear with me. Okay. Okay, so we have that. Would definitely like to get his eyebrows done for sure. The main problem I'm seeing was just my lack of consistency when it comes to proportions, and just relative position. That was definitely like my main issue here. This ain't gonna be my best work, I'm just gonna say it. But My competition, being myself, is also pretty intense competition, so we'll get these eyebrows done here. That stays about the same. It needs to be like kind of like that-ish. And pretty much the exact same thing here. Excuse me, goodness. Wow, he's got some jagged eyebrows. They're very simple. They're very simple, so that's actually really good for me. These will not be a terribly difficult part of the drawing then. That's essentially what that means. Is that the right angle? Yes, it's like perfect. It's very hard to tell, but that is 2 lines there. And this one needs to be drawn at about that angle. And this one's actually just a single line that curves down. Okay. Well, yeah, it extends slightly beyond, and this one should actually... Yeah, no, that's about right. That is actually pretty decent. It's not perfect, for obvious reasons. Actually, now that I think about it, this is so incredibly wrong. Yeah, this eyebrow ain't quite, it's not quite right, you know? It actually needs to begin there, and it needs to end like, kind of like there. We've already messed this up a lot, so we're just gonna have to sacrifice accuracy in other areas to try to salvage the aesthetic of the drawing. Like, that's not great. I'm gonna thin that out a little. It's really not great at all. I'll just make this other eyebrow longer. That actually won't hurt anything. If I'm being faux shizzle with y'all. Kind of like that. This eyebrow is still just like a tad too thick, though. I'm gonna make sure we're... Oh yeah, nice. Oh, that's a 20-minute video. Okay. Kind of like this, except this still needs to be like a little longer. Try to hollow that out. See how that goes. Then we'll start that there. Not quite. I'm gonna thin out these lines and maybe see if that's what's like setting off the alarms for me here. Not really. There's just... This eyebrow in itself needs to be slightly thicker. Like that. That would be like... That looks really good. That's actually a super straight line. What the heck? Like, obviously, as you can tell, this ain't gonna be my finest work. This is not my finest shite, but... Oh, my water bottle. Oh well. It'll be fine. It'll be okay. Very cool. Okay. There's just something still gnawing at me. Okay, I think that's what it is. So if I do that, there's a height difference in these eyebrows when there really shouldn't be. That is the problem. Like, the tops are fine, but the bottoms were at different points. That's better. Not perfect, but better. Like, again, I'm not going to spend a ton of time on this first drawing. This is my warm-up, basically. Okay. It's definitely not perfect, but I'm going to color in these eyelashes because they're oh so beautiful. And I guess we're just going to do a diagonal up to the right. That's the shading direction we'll use. That's the idea. Yeah. And this needs just... Actually, that's like... No, that is not its own separate line. That's actually part of the eyelash. Definitely need to get back into the swing of this. This is a little embarrassing compared to like my other works before. Like when I was in like my peak of my drawing career, I was pushing out some insane work. I was getting some really good drawings in, but it's gonna take me maybe a day or two to get back to that level before I can start improving again. Okay. Got something like that. I'd like to add the lines at the eyebrows now. Kind of like that. No, that's not the angle. That's not the goal. That's not the rule here. I'm gonna thin out this line a little so I can properly... That's a sharp line now. We have that, and then we're gonna do... Man, mechanical pencils are so much better than graphite for creating like lines, like sharp lines. I'm gonna sharpen this, hang on. Oh. Oh, wow, that's rather sharp now. I might have sharpened that a tad incorrectly, but this... Oh wow. Oh wow. That's better than a mechanical pencil there. I just hadn't sharpened it. It's such a fine line now. That's really good. So we're gonna do this one. That's at a slight difference. And then there's this one that kind of curves like that there. That's so sharp. I like that. That's actually huge. So you know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep one pencil super sharp for like my line work, and then I'm gonna do one of these duller ones for shading and filling stuff in and all that. I think that's what I'm gonna do here. Might be the plan, that might be the rule. Do. Yeah, these lines actually add a lot of structure to the face. Like, stuff I didn't really notice before. Like, I see why these lines are there now. It's like actually kind of nuts. I'm actually going to curve that one in a little, just so it somewhat lines up. And here down to like there. that. Then a smaller line like right there. Okay. Then we'll add some lines around the eyes here. I'm going to sharpen these lines up. These are just too vague right now. I left too much interpretation, if you will. Those are some nice lines. That's a crisp line now. That's what I'm talking about, man. We'll get some of these larger lines here. And that kind of goes to like here. Oh, these, dude, first time using graphite. This is nuts. These lines are crisp. These lines are crisp. Holy crap. I just have to actually get good at using them. Very nice. And then we'll add the ones over here. That one's kind of disconnected there. Goes there to about there. And that one's pretty much a straight line there. And there's a curved line that goes from there to about there. Kind of like that. So yeah, so those are the tired lines. I definitely did not leave room to do the hair and all that properly, but that's fine. This will be like a shifted down perspective, I guess. There is a piece of hair up here, though, and that's pretty cool. Excuse me. Okay, let's add his irises and his pupils now. That ought to do it. I really should stream to Twitch. I forgot just how like abysmal YouTube's streaming is. Getting like viewers is pretty much impossible there. Maybe I will do like a restream type of deal and stream this to Twitch. That would actually be huge. Okay, that is definitely not round enough there. It's not circular enough, like my logic. That's really close, actually. That's like so close, man. It's that bottom left corner of that circle that's really... Oh yeah. Now we're talking. He looks fucking exhausted. This guy looks way more exhausted than he does in the anime. Oh my gosh, this dude looks like he's on his deathbed. This is kind of nuts. So we're gonna... Yeah. Give him like a similar treatment. Wow, that's such a circle! I know that's a crazy thing to like hype myself up about, but holy circle, look at that. Like obviously take a look at this one, right? Then look at that one. That one's a circle right there. That is just kind of peak. Kind of peak. Very cool. Actually, I'm gonna look at my Twitch. I'm curious. My channel. Yeah, it doesn't look like much has happened since. Schedule or chat, customize channel. You know what? Yeah, why not? Let's do a let's get ourselves set up for we'll do a restream type of deal. Why not? I think that could be pretty useful actually. Now, question is, how do I set up the titles and stuff properly? That is a question. Holy internet speed. Restream, you good? Okay. So those are my channels. This is a draft. Okay. Update titles. Tetrio encoding? Nah. I'll upload my thumbnail here. Go there. That one. Crop my image. That'll be good enough. Oh my gosh. Holy restream watermark. Fine. Tetrio encoding. We're gonna call this JJK Drawing. We're so back. We are indeed so back. Update. So it'll be the same for both. So my question is, what do I need to do here? Oh, I just use a stream key. All right, guys, we're gonna hope this doesn't kill the